Take a seat, it's coffee o'clock. Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. I am Najla Aufa, your host for today's lovely episode, Coffee O'Clock. I am going to take you through the whole session. But before that, I wish you guys have a very good and pleasant day. I know, it is already week 7 and we are overwhelmed with a lot of stress and assignments, tight deadlines. But remember, take one thing at a time and give yourself a sufficient break. Talking about stress, there's actually many coping mechanisms that you could employ to reduce your stress. And one of them is music. Yep, that's actually the topic of our discussion today. The topic is music's magic, unlocking stress relief for IIUM students. So we love music. Who wouldn't love music, right? So we bring to you a very special guest for tonight. He's still an undergraduate student, a second year first semester student. We introduce you, Brother Nurfayadh. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
So how are you?
I'm fine, good.
All right. We are very honored to have such a wonderful personality with us tonight. But before that, I've heard about an interesting fact about you. So let me share with you. Let me share with all the audience about our special guest tonight. So Brother Nurfayadh is actually a freelance performer and specializing in piano. He's actually started to play piano during pandemic, and to be more specific, he's actually what even more cooler is he self-taught. Wow, that's so cool. All right, so let's dig into the first question. The first question is, could you briefly introduce to our audience tonight about you and what is your perspective on the stress issues among university students, especially IIUM students?
Okay. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, good evening, everyone. So, again, my name is Nurfayadh, but mostly people just call me Fado because people quite mistakenly my name with a sister. So, again, I'm from ICOL, second year, first semester. So, about stress. Okay. Well, since I was in CFS also, so this is the 2 years in UIA or IIUM. But about stress, for me, I think it's not just academically, but sometimes it's also about time management. Because as myself and I call law students, the credit hours is quite heavy, the heaviest I would say, 168 among others. So average about 23 credit hours even this semester. So I think other than just assignments, studying, the way you study, I think most probably because there are too much things you have to do in a short amount of time. So is one of the most common things, I would say.
Yeah, studying and doing assignments,
Yeah.
that's actually a very stressful thing. But the most important thing is that we have to find one coping mechanism that could overcome our stress. All right, thank you. So moving on to the next question. We know that stress is a natural feeling. If we look at other perspective, stress sometimes is good because it brings you back to the right thing, and it actually designed to help individuals cope in a challenging situations. And with a small amount of stress, it can pushes one individual to work hard and do the best, especially in examination. So as a student and as a musician, could you share with us what actually is there any things that affect your academic performance? Have you ever experienced any stressful situations, especially as an ICOL student in IIUM?
Okay. This is just from my perspective. So in balancing those, curricular, if you're an active student and if you're in one of the committee, like myself, I'm a committee from the chess club and also the Mustangs for chess. So for the workload here, it's basically more on you have to make a schedule, like other than just your daily classes. At night also, I think one of the main reasons students be stressed is they procrastinate, and sometimes they forgot to take what they have to do in that week. For example, like for me this week, every time I start off my Monday blue, because today I have 7 classes from 8 to 6. So I always look weekly and even monthly events. So I just take note, not in the calendar, by just my iPad or my phone. And then to reduce, sometimes there are certain things that come in your way. For example, let's say you have some problem. If personally I don't have much, but that's a personal thing. But if let's say in the kuliah base, for I call mostly just preparing to, presentation, do some research, do some reading. I think for the most part on my kuliah is just understanding the topic, and also because I call requires English, and you have to understand certain legal jargons and so on. So that's on my part.
Yeah, actually, one of the way to reduce your stress is actually to listing out
Yeah,
what you have to
listing
do
out.
so that you can visually see what you have to do on that day. All right, thank you so much. And we have everyone have limitations. So what are the signs that you actually stress and you realize that, all right, I need extra support? So what
Ah.
is the things that you notice in yourself that you actually need some support system?
Support system. I think this can be in three category. My support system usually based on the circle of my friends. You have to choose your own, the current circle or the people you will be going out with, and the same people, and then the roommates, and lastly yourself. How do you cope with yourself? So I start with my circle. So most of my friends, not even are some from different kuliah, but most definitely from iCall. So let's say if you have problems in studying, or maybe even some little problems, you can ask your friends. That's the way you should share it. And then for roommates, because roommate is I think most influential part of your UM life, because you wake up and see their faces. They know how your behavior, what you're doing, and what sometimes we just need to release our problems to them. Sometimes even just telling our problems doesn't really makes the problem done. Sometimes it's just to let us out our vent our problems, and then sometimes it feels like more feel more relaxed. And lastly, on yourself, what I did was usually I don't have personal problems much, but what I do daily that really helps me out is I go sports, go to the gym, jog. And sometimes if sometimes I don't feel like going to do sports, I don't even sleep, I just rest, but still doing something that I love. You have to relax while enjoy the rest itself. Sometimes people just sleep, and then they wake up, they still feel stressed, sleeping. But for me, my way is I do hobby. Other than music, I also draw, and that's one of my ways of doing it.
Yeah, we have to find things that we have passionate in,
Yeah.
things that we love, so that we could reduce our stress and we be more relaxed in a situation. So, moving on to the next question. What are actually the most pressing stress factors that you ever experienced, especially
Hmm.
in your current academic context as an IIUM student?
Hmm. What is the most? Let me think. I think by far probably uh, this is a disclosure, but for me, I think when when we have unique subjects, and then we randomize the people we are working with. Sometimes, because we are from different kuliah, and we tend to get people from different kuliah, especially if you don't know anyone. And then one of the main problems is when we want to make a meetup, or even online. Sometimes I'm not free this week, I have program, and then that's one of the problems. And then when we and this is my friend's perspective, there's this one time they have to send their, let's say, due date is tomorrow, the assignment, but end up they went for the concert uh, the day before, and then due to that they don't know, communication is very hard on the part.
Yeah, I understood that because when in university, it's actually very difficult to find someone that we could relate because
Yeah.
we have different classmates and we only see them when in the class.
Yeah.
So we can actually we difficult to find someone that we could relate, that someone that have doing the same thing as you. All right. So I understood that, but before that, uh, let's take a break first. I am pretty sure that all the audience are very excited, very looking forward to see the amazing performance. We have an amazing performance from our special guest tonight. So let's take a break, sit back and relax. Take a sip, take a sip. It's coffee o'clock. Take a sip, take a seat. It's coffee o'clock. We are back again with the segment 2 of this session with the same special guest tonight. So moving on to the next question. We know that music and instrument are inextricable, very related. Do you play any instrument and to help you deal with the stressful situations? And if yes, what instrument do you actually play?
Okay. So, to be honest, I had tried 4, guitar, piano, drum, and also, the triangle thing.
Yeah.
So, the main, obviously, this is the piano. So, I played it. I chose this because, first of all, it's just out of passion after seeing an anime called Your Light in April. In my mind, I was like, imagine if I could play this on a wedding. And then I've actually played on a wedding at my cousin's wedding last 3 months ago. So one of the reasons, other than just passion, is for my family. It's quite hard to get the opportunity to play the instrument because this what do you call it, the stereotypical Asian parenting. You want to they want to for you to play something, but not actually buying the instrument, because this is quite an investment. I would say it is a risky, but if you have the passion to go full, I think it will not be a waste. And I've been playing, only 2 years, and this is the result. So yeah.
So among all the instruments, why did you choose piano?
Why? Yeah, like I said, just based on the anime itself, and then I also, before I started playing, I listened to instrumental music and classical music while studying, and actually it helps me a lot, actually, to be just listening to the ambience and the surrounding, the sentimental kind of music.
Right, okay. So finding things actually could be very difficult, finding things that help you to cope with the stressful situations. So what first got you into reaching out that playing musical instrument is your coping mechanism?
Yeah, I think I said it before, but because I started this during COVID, and again, COVID is when after SPM and we are at MCO. Definitely, COVID helped. Some people it helped, but for me, it definitely helped to have my own time where because I don't really do much of TV. I don't watch television and such, even at my home. So I started to do some work, and then the first time I got my paycheck, and I think like what is something that I could buy for the long run that I could see myself in maybe 2-3 years from now just doing that thing. So trying out this piano is one of the best, maybe, yeah, the best things that I bought in my life.
Yeah, I understood because during the pandemic, we spend most of the time at home. So actually, this is good because it is a time for us to discover
Yeah.
what we like and what we dislike. So like you discover something that actually very invest you
Yeah.
in the betterment of yourself. So that's actually good. All right. So is there any song that relaxes you after you listen to them? And what is actually the song? If you don't mind to share with the audience, and why is it so powerful?
Okay. So I'm just gonna list out one. Okay, this time I would say when I think about it, let me check. There's this Japanese song called Yasashi Suise, or Gentle Comet in English. So this song is about two people uh in the crew world, but they are living separately, and also they are trying their best even when they are far apart, even from they are distant from bodies apart, but still they are near to their heart. So this song quite relates to me, and even to because I have my best friend named Adam. He is definitely my bestest friend. I've known him since primary school, and then met again at high school, and then we are now separated in different university. Even though we are still apart, and but still we tend to reach out together if we have time and something just randomly going out. And he definitely has like my secrets. I would say he is like my half brother, sort of, from a different mother. So like, yeah. So this song always reminds me of that song because we had our problems together, and then we knew our family background and so on. We are like this.
Yeah, so that music is actually
Yeah,
relax you.
relax.
Yeah, I believe is that. And fortunately, it's actually music help you. The impact of music to the mood regulation is
Yeah.
actually supported by the research based on what I've read. So the music is actually could help to regulate the blood flow to the brain, and it's actually can generate and control your emotions. So thank you so much. And moving on to the next question. Have you ever shared your coping music with your friends and you found the common ground between both of you? And what
Uh,
are their stances on that?
hmm. Sharing music is definitely the most I've had during semester one. So before I bought this one, there is another keyboard that it can flip into two. It is more portable. So what I did was I sometimes just wander around like to 1 a.m., 12 a.m., or some even I have time between classes. I would tend to bring that piano and play it publicly. And sometimes people just come and then, oh, you play too, and then we duet. Or even there is one my friend from Indonesia. He is an exchange student. Currently now is back in Indonesia. Name's Harno. Has a great voice, and we really met the first time he went into my room. Actually, my friend's room, and then we did not say anything, and I was like, oh, you can sing, and then we just find that chemistry, and then we became friends. So most of my friends and random strangers that I met are really, we have that same passion in music, and the music itself what connects us all. So I think that's really helps a lot,
Yeah,
actually.
that's actually very cool because you can find someone that could relate to you that share the same
Yeah.
passion as you. Wow. So, all right. So, do you find that your music preferences have evolved since the first day you started to playing
Hmm.
piano and till then, till now? Or it's actually remain consistent?
I would say not that consistent. I would say definitely inconsistent. There will be like a time or era like okay, if you're happy, you just follow the mood and then you play certain happy songs. Or maybe sometimes I just listen because I don't go classes. Sometimes I just listen to like what's on the top list, top 10 song list. And then or people or my family members ask me, Along, try to play this. And then I try. I was like, okay, this kind of fun. And then I try other songs as well. Sometimes I just go to my playlist, and because I have mainly 3 playlists, like classical, songs for workout, and also songs for just mostly galau songs. And then so I mix together, and then I think the most consistent now is Malay and Indonesian song is most definitely what I usually play daily. That's the most one right now.
All right, so your music taste has evolved since the first day
Yeah.
you love it. All right. So the last question before we take a rest.
Okay.
Some people say that listening to the music can ease the mind. So do you agree with that, and why?
Is the mind.
Yeah, and they are not actually not to be distracted.
I would say yes and no at the same time. Yes, because it's really again your mood, and you should not deny what your feelings and what's or not. So, but no, because it can distract you in many ways, especially in study, obviously. But I think yeah, that's my most simplest answer for yes and no.
All right, thank you so much. But before that, let's take a quick break first. And don't forget to all the audience that watches, don't forget to stay tuned for our amazing performance tonight by our special guest. Stay tuned, sit back
you.
and relax. Take a seat, take a sip. It's coffee o'clock. take a seat. It's coffee o'clock. We are back again with the segment 3 of the session tonight, coming to the most anticipated session, the highlight of the show. I am sure that everyone is actually eagerly waiting for our special performance by our special guest, Brother Nurfayadh. So we are very excited to listen to you. So we ask could you please perform one of the pieces that you frequently perform, that you frequently play to reduce your stress? So, Brother Nurfayadh, the floor is yours.
Okay. Again, Assalamualaikum. So this song called Sonata Musim Salju in Malay, and this song I've performed it for my cousin's wedding, and also for this list KICT last 3 weeks ago. And also this song is very special because I was supposed to ask my friend, one of my closest friend. She's not here right now, but it's okay. This song is very popular, so everyone, I hope you enjoy. And this is my first time here, so okay, I'll do my best.
Wow, well done. Everyone at home, please give a big round of applause to our special guest tonight. Love your performance. Oh my God. So it's an honor for us to have a very wonderful personality with us. Oh my God, we are literally blown away by your performance. Oh my God. That's actually very cool. We love the performance. So perhaps can we move to the next question?
Oh,
Can you share with us about your experience as a student and at the same time as a musician? So, do you have any lesson that your coping mechanism has taught you? And could you share with us the lesson that you have learned to the audience?
okay, sure. So coping mechanism. I think for me the most crucial part that I learned from my journey as student or also a musician, so to speak, I would say it's not about what kind of coping mechanism that you do. It's actually why did you do it in the first place. Yes, for me and most of people, sometimes you do not know or you don't realize what you're doing is actually your kind of mechanism. Maybe sometimes you listen to music and sometimes you just talk to people is one of the ways you do it. But for me, because I have another motivation and I always remember my dad, because he said whatever you do, try to help a little bit, even if it's a small thing. And for me, playing this is it makes people happy, I think that's just enough for me. I don't really like high expectation for myself, but if the listener or even maybe one of you listens to this and enjoy this, I think that's a way for me to just keep on playing. Yeah.
Yeah, we are actually very enjoyable by your performance. Okay, so we would like to hear the last word from you. Do you have any last word for our audience? And also, do you have any advice for the IIUM students? Can you please give it?
Okay. So last advice, I think it's okay. Stress is normal. Sometimes stress comes and go, but mostly just comes and go. But if you're having problems, it's okay to cry, to scream. But just one thing for sure, always to follow on and find your true dream. So that's all from me. Thank you. And my name is Fado, and that's all.
Yeah, thank you so much. Stress actually can be very good sometimes because it can realign your focus after you going to the opposite direction. But before we wrap up our show, we would love to hear more from you.
Oh.
So could you
no.
please play one more song that you love to our audience?
Oh no.
Right. So Brother Nurfayadh, the floor is yours.
Okay. Let me try.
Brother Nurfayadh, okay, that's actually very, very cool. But okay, before we wrap up the show, we actually have one more request from our viewers on YouTube. So could you play another song that you love?
Okay. Another request.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the audience are literally blown away by your performance. That's so cool.
Okay, let me try. Okay, one more. Okay. Sure.
All right, the floor is yours.
Scripted. Okay, wait. Okay.
Yay! Well done. Thank you so much, Brother Nurfayadh. All right. So I am sure everyone at home are excited, and thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, all right. So we have come to the end of our session today. Unfortunately, we have to wrap up the show, and it's actually very honored to have you, such a wonderful personality with us tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you for accepting our invitation with the beautiful insights and knowledgeable sharing. I am pretty sure that everyone at home has learned something, and it has opened a new perspective for me, and especially for all the audience. So once again, thank you so much. We love the performance, love your facial expression, your body gestures. It's actually very, very cool. And we can sense the peacefulness from the sound of your piano. Thank you so much. All right, all right. So don't forget to follow IIUMTV social media, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. And don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel and turn on the notifications to stay up to date with our latest information. All right. Thank you so much. I am Najla Aufa, your host for today's episode. Take a sip, take a seat. It's coffee o'clock. Bye.